Alright, so I'm here at a mine that I visited several months ago, but then I only explored the upper adit because this lower adit right here was filled in. But the claim owner and some of his buddies have dug out the lower adit. You can see there's orc rut tracks right here, and that's the wheelbarrow that they were using to help dig out the adit. You can see there's still a lot of dirt in here, and it is flooded a bit beyond that dirt pile, but we're able to get in there. Yeah, I'm coming. That's Xavier right there. Alright, so I just made it over this dirt dam. You can see they dug a little trench right here to help drain the water. And here's a shot looking down the adit. You can see Xavier over there. And I will have to get my feet wet, but I hear that there might be an ore cart back there, so it is definitely worth it. Oh man, the floor is very mushy. It's like a mixture of clay and roots. And it's pretty cold too. So it'll be kind of slow going right now. Ooh, that is deep. Seems... Oh.
You'll reach a certain point where you'll just give up on trying to stay dry and accept it.
Yeah, I've already given up.
Oh, yeah, you're at the spot.
Stinks quite a bit in here too.
The clay is actually warm.
Interesting, huh?
And it's nice and flat on the bottom.
All right. Look at those mineral formations right there. Looks like clay. So there's, looks like the main tunnel goes off to the right, but there's a little, whoa. I sunk in pretty deep right there. There's a little dugout area off to the left. According to the maps, this is where they actually intersected the vein. So what we just walked through was a crosscut tunnel, and now that off to the right is a drift. Now you can see some mineralization right there. And it's getting a bit easier to walk right here.
Oh yeah, these timbers are
pretty ugly.
Yeah. Also check it out. So the winds from earlier,
yeah.
There's also a false floor here that we didn't even know about because it's not open. Oh, an orchid.
Yeah, look at this beautiful vein right here.
That's gorgeous. Get a shot of this horseshoe here.
So you can see there's a small stope right here, and right there is a piece of wood. I'm guessing that was used to help funnel the ore from the stope up above that piece of wood into this ore chute right by Xavier. And this stope that's above us actually connects to the upper adit. It's looking pretty nasty.
It's not so much the nastiness, it's looking very unstable is what it's looking like. Soft rock based off of the muffle. And then also almost every timber here is down, except for one's a little farther back.
Alright, so that's where we just came from, and right over here is this chute. And if you look closely, you can see that the wood isn't even on there. You can see the wood would have rested right here on the side, but it all rotted away and is on the ground now. But the ore that was inside the chute somehow recrystallized, like in the gaps between the different rocks, and it's holding together. That is very strange. I've never seen that, and it seems a bit sketchy. And here's a shot looking down the tunnel. You can see there's a lot of fallen timber. Alright, so that's the chute right there. And you can see there's a bunch of rocks suspended in the air almost above us. And that was because there would have been a retaining wall holding this up, but when the wood rotted away, the rocks were just stuck together from the mineralization that they stayed up there. So that is not very comforting, but it does get better beyond this section from what I hear. I believe this is actually the winds that goes up to the upper level. Oh wow, it definitely is. Look at that. Looks like there's a short side drift off to the left. Alright, so we just came through that opening and we broke into the stope that connects up to the upper adit. You can see it's stoped all the way out there. You can see some stoles. It's very beautiful in here. And that right there is a false floor. So when we explored the upper adit, we were walking on top of that. And you can see the gap right there on the right side that we were looking down. And they stoped a bit out this way too. You can see some more stoles. And you can see the clearly defined vein right there. So right over here, there's a short drift that dead ends. And there's some sort of tank right here. I don't know if that's like a receiver tank for the compressed air lines. But the main adit continues this way. Xavier already went down there. So I'm gonna squeeze through that opening and then start filming from there. Alright, so that's looking towards the stope that heads up to the upper adit. You can see some really neat timbering right there. And right here on the rib, there's some iron sulfides. You can see that. So that's probably what they were mining, because apparently in this mine, sulfides are the main commodity. There wasn't much free gold in here. And the main attic continues a bit further. Looks like that's the end right there, unfortunately. See some interesting mineralization. Looks like there's a small stope right here. Yep. Yeah, they stoped it out a bit. You can see some quartz right there. It's a beautiful vein. But unfortunately, it looks like the adit ends right here. That's the face. But you can see there's some crystal clear water right here, and you can see some, I guess those are called calcite rafts growing on the surface. That's really neat. You can see a drill hole in the face as well. So unfortunately, there's no ore card in here. Maybe it's buried under the collapse in that stoped out area. That's a possibility. Or, you know, it was taken a long time ago. And right here, there's some really beautiful flowstone. It's all over here too. Alright, so we're here at the upper adit to this mine. I did film this in the past, so this might look familiar to you. But I'm just going to refilm it anyway so I can show you the stope that we were looking up from the lower adit. See the beautiful mineralization right there?
You notice what I'm wearing.
And this right here is the top of that stope we were looking up. So the floor right here is a false floor, so there's like boards underneath this dirt right here, so it's not the most safe thing. It's probably safer to walk on the left side right here. But yeah, that's where we were standing, right down there. And might as well film the rest of the adit. Look at all of this sulfide ore right here. Looks like iron pyrite. This is where the rails pick up. And we're coming to the first stope here. It's very beautiful. And in between the rails there's some strange milky white water. Guessing it's like calcite. Yeah, the colors are just fantastic in here. It's beautiful. And right up here is the second stope in the mine. I really like seeing stoles. And it gets flooded at this point, but we adit. And it's just right over there, you can see the face. Alright, so this right here is the dynamite storage for the main mine here. You can see it has a steel locking door and a wood frame. And I'll go crawl in there and see what I'll find. Alright, so I'm inside it now. You can see it doesn't go back too far. There may have been like shelves or something in here at one time for the dynamite. But you can see there's a big rat's nest right there. Still pretty neat to check out. And there's a shot looking out again.